In a fractured multiverse teetering on the brink of collapse, a brutal conflict between the tyrannical Doctor Doom and his formidable future self from the year 2099 threatens the very fabric of reality. Their battle tears through time itself, triggering the time stream entanglement, a catastrophic event that collides countless universes into one unstable timeline. Now, superheroes and villains from across these shattered worlds are drawn into an epic struggle. Some will join with old enemies, while others will find former allies turned against them. With the fate of existence hanging in the balance, they must navigate shifting loyalties and forge uneasy alliances to stop both dooms before one conquers all. Welcome to the world of Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is a third-person hero shooter developed by NetEase Games in partnership with Marvel Games, and there's no way around it. This game is a phenomenon. Not only does this game have incredible gameplay for pretty much every hero on its roster, but the game has even taught me about a few heroes I never even knew about in the Marvel Universe. I mean, I had no idea who Luna Snow was before this game. Not to mention, it has some of the coolest cosmetics I've ever seen in a Marvel video game, and several of them are inspired right from the pages of the comics. So, considering the obscurity of some of this game's heroes and my interest in their stories, as well as the stories behind some of these exceptional cosmetics, I decided to do some research on all of it. In this video, we will explore the real-world origin of every hero on the Marvel Rivals roster, who made them, when they first appeared, what their story and powers are, as well as the origin and inspiration for every single skin in the game. Also, the in-game lore refers to these alternate skin characters as multiversal variants of the heroes, and I honestly think that's super cool, so I'll be referring to them as variants for a lot of the video. So, let's dive in to the Marvel Rivals roster and explore the lore behind every single Marvel Rivals variant. Adam Warlock first appeared in Fantastic Four number 66 in 1967 and was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and was originally just named him. The character was developed significantly by Roy Thomas and Jim Starlin. Warlock was genetically engineered to be the perfect evolution of humanity. While still under the moniker of him, he rebelled against his creators and sought his own path. He most popularly is the rival of Thanos. Adam Warlock has also been the bearer of the Soul Stone, one of the Infinity Stones. He leads the Infinity Watch and is a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, where he serves as the team's cosmic sorcerer and occult expert. Warlock's powers include energy manipulation, matter manipulation, and energy construct creation. Warlock can tap into cosmic and mystical energies, using them for a variety of purposes, such as creating shields, healing, or performing complex spells. Game original variants for Adam Warlock include his Cosmic Jade and Will of Galacta recolors, as well as his Season 1.5 Blood Soul skin. The Blood Soul variant of Adam Warlock is inspired by King Baldwin IV from the film Kingdom of Heaven, a character who was inspired by the 12th century monarch Baldwin IV of Jerusalem, who famously suffered from leprosy. Adam Warlock also has a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 variant inspired by his appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe film of the same name. The Immortal Avatar variant is a Marvel Rivals original where Warlock is formed out of pure celestial energy in Kunlun. Black Panther was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and first premiered in Fantastic Four number 52 in 1966. He is best known as the original king and protector of Wakanda, a fictional African nation known for its advanced technology powered by the metal vibranium. After years of battling for Wakanda and even joining the Avengers, T'Challa would marry Aurora, best known as Storm from the X-Men. After being knocked into a coma by Dr. Doom, the Black Panther mantle as well as leadership of Wakanda would pass down to T'Challa's sister, Shuri. After reawakening, rather than once again becoming the king of Wakanda, T'Challa would go on a journey that would see him become the King of the Dead. T'Challa has superhuman abilities from the Wakandan heart-shaped herb, including heightened senses for seeing in darkness, hearing distant sounds, and tracking by scent. As King of the Dead, he commands the spirits of the dead, crafts spirit energy weapons, and taps into past Black Panther's knowledge. As a genius with a PhD in physics, he pioneered shadow physics, excels in martial arts and tactics, and wields Wakanda's vast wealth, technology, and certain diplomatic immunities. The Galactic Claw variant of Black Panther is an in-game original which features a design clearly meant to reflect the science fiction influence of the in-game lore for Black Panther. The thrice-cursed King variant is a Rivals original as well, appearing to draw inspiration from the Black Panther Blood Hunt limited series of comics where Black Panther becomes a vampire. The Orish's Blood variant comes from Avengers number 53, published in 2018, where T'Challa defends Avengers Mountain against Doctor Doom. To do so, he wears a special blood red armor infused with mystical properties, enhancing his abilities for the battle. The Bast's Chosen variant is actually a different Black Panther than T'Challa named Mosey. Premiering in Marvel Legacy number 1 in 2017, with the story set around the year 1 million BC, Mosey became the first Wakandan of the Panther tribe to survive the heart-shaped herb process, gaining favor from the Panther spirit Bast and becoming the first Black Panther. Mosey joined the Stone Age Avengers, helping them battle threats like the Fallen, Mephisto, and Shuma-Gorath. Mosey is also the first mortal to ever lift Mjolnir. His Damisa Sarki variant wears a formal outfit and is inspired by the Hellfire Gala aesthetic, appearing in Hellfire Gala number 1 in 2023. Black Widow was created by Stan Lee, Don Rico, and Don Heck. At first an enemy of Iron Man in Tales of Suspense number 52 in 1964, she later reformed and became a hero in The Avengers number 30 in 1966, and her most iconic design was introduced in The Amazing Spider-Man number 86 in 1970. Natalia Romanova, often known as Natasha Romanoff, was originally a Soviet spy before she defected to the United States and joined S.H.I.E.L.D. Though lacking distinct superpowers, she was artificially enhanced in the Soviet Red Room training facility to boost her strength and slow her aging. Natasha is skilled in combat and espionage, and her stories are often focused on her internal struggle to define her identity while also grappling with the trauma of her past, both as a Soviet agent as well as her harsh Red Room training. Her white suit variant is based on her Marvel Cinematic Universe counterpart, most specifically from her standalone film Black Widow. The Lethal Toxicity variant, meanwhile, is a Marvel Rivals original recoloring of the character. The Lion's Heartbeat variant is a Chinese festival-themed design originating from the Fortune and Colors in-game event. The design is intended to be the energetic drumbeats of the festival, symbolizing a journey full of possibilities as described in the skin's description. The Red Runway Veil variant is inspired by her 2022 Hellfire Gala design created by Russell Dodderman. The Mrs. Barnes variant is actually Natasha Romanova from the Earth 51920 universe. Her comic story takes place in the Valley of Doom, a domain on Battleworld from the 2015 Secret Wars line of comics, a location made of remnants from that universe's Wild West. She is the widow of Deputy Barnes, that universe's Bucky Barnes variant, and helps police the town of Timely along with the character Red Wolf. Captain America, created by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, first appeared in Captain America Comics number 1 in 1940. His real identity is Steve Rogers, a frail man transformed into a super soldier through an experimental serum during World War II. Wearing a flag-inspired costume and wielding an indestructible shield, he fought villains like Red Skull with his sidekick, Bucky Barnes. After being frozen near the war's end, Captain America was revived in modern times, becoming a leader of the Avengers while grappling with being a man out of time in the new era. The Captain America in Marvel Rivals is actually from the year 2099, as he wasn't thought until the 2080s and is displaced into the present by the game's time stream entanglement. Captain America is a recipient of the Super Soldier Serum, enhancing his physical abilities to the peak of human potential. These abilities include superhuman strength, speed, agility, endurance, reflexes, and durability. His healing, mental processing, and senses are all enhanced. His iconic shield is made up of a unique vibranium proto-adamantium alloy and is virtually indestructible and can even absorb kinetic energy. The Galactic Talon variant is a rival's original design which appears to be heavily inspired by Japanese mechas, particularly the sharp design of the mechas from the Gundam universe. The Star-Spangled Style variant is inspired by his 2022 Hellfire Gala design. The Infinity War variant is obviously inspired by his design from the film Avengers Infinity War, which itself is inspired by his Nomad persona from the comics, first appearing in Captain America number 180 in 1974. In that story, Steve Rogers becomes disillusioned with the United States government after discovering that a high-ranking official, implied to be President Richard Nixon, is the leader of the terrorist group's secret empire. Shattered by this betrayal, Rogers abandons his Captain America identity, believing he can no longer serve a corrupted nation. However, after a confrontation with Hawkeye, Rogers realizes he cannot forsake heroism. Thus, he adopts the new identity of Nomad. The Captain Gladiator variant is Steve Rogers from the Earth 16932 universe. In the comic Planet Hulk number 1, published in 2015, this variant is forced to fight in the Colosseum, a massive structure on Battleworld designed for the entertainment of its inhabitants. And finally, the best variant in the game, the Captain America variant, is based on a Captain America variant from an unknown universe designation where AIM perfected brainwashing devices and used them to control several prominent superheroes, including Captain America, who became Captain America. His counterpart from Earth 18157, the Marvel Action Universe, experienced Captain America's life as a form of torture by Nightmare in the comic Avengers number 10, published in 2018. Cloak, real name Tyrone Ty Johnson, and Dagger, real name Tandy Bowen, are a superhero duo who were created by writer Bill Mantlo and artist Ed Hannigan. They made their debut in Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man number 64 in 1982. Cloak and Dagger are teen mutants whose powers were awakened following the experimental forced intake of a designer drug. As a result, Dagger can create light daggers and heal, while Cloak can teleport and become intangible using Dark Force. Their abilities are fueled by the emotions of others. Dagger draws power from hope, and Cloak from fear. Their Lemon Lime variant is a simple recoloring of the pair. Their Growth and Decay variant is a rival's original design which imagines the pair as something akin to pagan nature deities. Their Twilight Duo variant is clearly inspired by stereotypical depictions of early 20th century mobsters. Their dance partner skin is inspired by the ballet Black Swan, reflected in the MVP animation's music, which resembles the ballet's score, and Dagger's outfit, which closely mirrors the Black Swan dress. Doctor Strange debuted in Strange Tales number 110, which was published in 1963. Created by Steve Ditko, he was created during the Silver Age of comics in an attempt to bring mysticism to the Marvel Universe. His real name is Dr. Stephen Strange, and he was once a brilliant but arrogant neurosurgeon. However, he lost the ability to practice after a car accident severely damaged his hands. Unable to accept this fate, he embarked on a journey to find alternative healing, which led him to the Ancient One, the Sorcerer Supreme. Under the Ancient One's guidance, Strange became a master of the mystic arts, learning both magic and martial arts. Eventually becoming the Sorcerer Supreme of Earth 616, Doctor Strange defends the world from mystical threats. Doctor Strange wields immense mystical power. His abilities include astral projection, telepathy, telekinesis, time manipulation, and teleportation, amplified by artifacts like the Eye of Agamotto and the Cloak of Levitation. He can banish entities, conjure objects, and alter reality using the words and divine energies from various multiversal beings. In terms of raw power, he can rival even the cosmic entities of the Marvel Universe. The Master of Black Magic variant of Doctor Strange is actually the original Doctor Strange from his 1951 comic debut. His original title from this comic wasn't, in fact, the Master of the Mystic Arts, as he is popularly known, and rather was the Master of Black Magic, as he wore a blue and black outfit with orange gloves. The God of Magic variant comes from the comic Doctor Strange number 384, published in 2015. After Loki took the title of Sorcerer Supreme from Doctor Strange, Stephen sought to gain power from Yggdrasil, the World Tree, and after offering his dead dog's body to the tree, Strange was granted immense magical power. This version of Strange is arguably the most powerful to have ever existed, as he claimed that even the smallest fraction of Yggdrasil's magic surpassed any power he had ever experienced. The Sorcerer Supreme of the Galaxy variant comes from a 2018 comic run on the character, where Stephen Strange began experiencing magical withdrawal, and thus went into space on an adventure in search of new arcane power sources, where he would end up scoring some new threads. The Sorcerer Immortal variant is a traditional Chinese-inspired aesthetic which is original to the Marvel Rivals game. His Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness variant is inspired by Doctor Strange's undead appearance in the third act of the Marvel Cinematic Universe film of the same name. Honestly, this look for Doctor Strange is the only redeeming quality about that film. Emma Frost was created by Chris Claremont and John Byrne, and first appeared in the Uncanny X-Men number 129 in 1980. Emma Frost is a powerful mutant telepath, best known as the White Queen of the Hellfire Club and a former headmistress of Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Born into a wealthy Boston family, she broke away to build her own financial empire and rose to power within the Hellfire Club. Initially an antagonist to the X-Men, especially in her manipulations of young mutants, Frost's perspective changed after the tragic death of her students, the Hellions. She later allied with Charles Xavier, co-led Generation X, and became a key figure in the X-Men, especially after surviving the Genosian genocide thanks to her secondary mutation, transforming into Diamond. On the mutant island of Krakoa, Frost plays a vital leadership role overseeing trade, diplomacy, and cultural affairs. Emma Frost is an Omega-level telepath capable of mind control, memory alteration, mental shielding, astral projection, psionic attacks, and even healing psychological trauma. Her abilities also allow her to manipulate perceptions, induce paralysis, sedate minds, and cloak herself and others from detection. In addition to her mental abilities, Emma has a secondary mutation that allows her to transform into a nearly indestructible organic diamond form, granting her superhuman strength and durability, though it nullifies her telepathy while active. Her Blue Sapphire variant is a rival's original dark blue recoloring of the character. Her X-Revolution variant is inspired by her appearance in the Uncanny X-Men 2013 line of comics. Her Golden Diamond variant is a rival's original recoloring of her primary outfit with a gold primary color and purple trim. Groot was created by Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, and Jack Kirby, and first appeared in Tales to Astonish number 13 in 1960. He is an extraterrestrial, sentient, tree-like being who initially appeared as an invader seeking to abduct humans for experimentation. In 2006, Groot was reintroduced as a heroic, noble character and later became a key member of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Groot is a Flora Colossus from Planet X, a tree-like species with a nearly incomprehensible language. Despite appearing to only say "I am Groot," he can speak eloquently in his native tongue. The Flora Colossi are highly intelligent, educated through photonic knowledge, absorbed via photosynthesis. At one point, the Flora Colossi were abducting organisms from other planets, including a young human girl named Hannah. After realizing the wrongness of his people's actions, Groot saved Hannah and sent her back to Earth. As punishment for his disobedience, Groot was exiled from Planet X and wandered the universe until he met Rocket Raccoon decades later, eventually joining the Guardians of the Galaxy. The Abby's Algae variant is original to Marvel Rivals, occurring as a result of this variant's physiology merging with blue glowing algae, which blends with Groot's chlorophyll, turning him into this particular shade of blue. The Carved Traveler is a variant of Groot from the 2016 Rocket Raccoon and Groot volume of comics, which explores the misadventures of the pair following the events of Secret Wars, a period of time where the other Guardians of the Galaxy believe the pair to be dead. The Holiday Happiness variant is, well, he's a Christmas tree. Clearly. He also has a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 variant inspired by the Marvel Cinematic Universe film of the same name. His Groot variant is a Marvel Rivals original, which imagines Groot having merged with Yggdrasil, the World Tree. Hawkeye, created by Stan Lee and artist Don Heck, first appeared as a minor supervillain in Tales of Suspense number 57 in 1964, although he would eventually reform and join the Avengers in The Avengers number 16 in 1965. Born Clint Barton, Hawkeye was raised in the circus and trained by criminals, but Barton overcame this troubled youth to become one of Earth's greatest heroes. Known for his incredible skill with a bow, he rarely, if ever, misses his shot. He developed a strong friendship with Black Widow, briefly married Mockingbird before divorcing her, and later mentored Kate Bishop, passing on the Hawkeye mantle to her as his successor. Hawkeye resents authority and is willing to bend the rules and fight dirty if necessary to get things done. Despite being at times abrasive and direct, Clint is also good-natured, friendly, and laid back at heart. The Tiger's Eye variant is an original Marvel Rivals recoloring of the character. The Galactic Fangs variant is an original skin which is inspired by the game's Wakandan Galactic Empire lore, leading to an armor crafted with pure vibranium to increase Clint's stealth and lethality. The Ronin variant comes from Clint's alter ego he briefly adopted in the main Marvel universe. After dying and being resurrected on multiple occasions and struggling with the fallout from the superhero Civil War, Clint withdrew to collect himself. He later returned to help the fugitive Avengers, adopting the Ronin persona instead of Hawkeye, using katanas and close combat skills taught to him by Captain America. His time as Ronin marked a dark period for him as he assisted in dealing with Civil War's aftermath, a Skrull invasion, and Norman Osborn's rise to power. Once these crises were resolved, Clint returned to his Hawkeye identity. The Freefall variant is based on the outfit Clint Barton wears in the 2020 Freefall storyline, where Clint briefly adopts the Ronin alias again to take down the Hood's criminal empire. The Hood then hires Bullseye to uncover Ronin's true identity, and upon learning that it's Barton, the Hood has Bullseye commit crimes while wearing the Ronin costume to tarnish Barton's reputation, leading the two on an inevitable collision course. His Binary Arrow variant is a Marvel Rivals original, which imagines Hawkeye after he has been taken over by a mechanical Ultron virus. Hela was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and first appeared in Journey into Mystery number 102 in 1964. Inspired by the Norse goddess Hel, she is the Asgardian goddess of the dead who rules over Hel and Niflheim. Hela was originally created as the artificial Black Infinity Stone by the All-Father Bor Burison, using Magik in a forbidden area of Niflheim to craft her. When Thanos from the future attacked the All-Father to steal the stone, Bor and his Valkyries defended it. Dr. Doom and Thor from the future also intervened and helped stop Thanos, and Lausa took the newborn Hela through time. Hela grew into a teenager before being left in the care of a young Loki, who raised her with his lover Angerboda as their daughter. The Norns warned that Hela would be a great threat to Asgard, thus, in response, Odin decreed that she would rule the spirits of the dead in the realm of Hel. Hela's ultimate variant comes from the Ultimate line of comics, taking place on Earth 1610, a universe where she is depicted in red and black garments rather than her traditional green and black garments. Her Will of Galacta variant is a Rivals original recoloring inspired by the purple and blues of Galactus' traditional color scheme. Her Empress of the Cosmos variant is another Marvel Rivals original skin which appears to take heavy inspiration from the character of Eternity, a cosmic entity which occasionally binds itself to hosts, giving them skin which reflects space, as we see occurring with this Hela variant. Her Goddess of Death variant originates from the comic The Mighty Thor number 354, published in 1966, where she came to claim the soul of Odin, believing he had died. For some reason, throughout this run of Thor, she has a sharper lime green tone to her clothing, with no horns on her head. Her Yami no Karasu variant is a Marvel Rivals original inspired by Marvel's Demon Days line of comics, where Hela is a spectral being of death atop Kirasaki Mountain. Hulk was created by writer Stan Lee and artist Jack Kirby, making his first appearance in The Incredible Hulk number 1 in 1962. Dr. Robert Bruce Banner, a theoretical physicist, was recruited by General Thaddeus E. Thunderbolt Ross to develop the first gamma bomb. During its test, Banner was exposed to a massive dose of gamma radiation while saving teenager Rick Jones, transforming him into the Hulk, a powerful, rage-fueled creature. Banner transforms into the Hulk when experiencing emotional stress, often uncontrollably, leading to destructive rampages. The Hulk's strength increases in proportion to his anger, something which can multiply infinitely. Robert Bruce Banner's childhood trauma, inflicted by his father, led to his anger issues as well as an undiagnosed dissociative identity disorder, leading to the development of alternate personalities. Over time, some of these personalities, like Joe Fixit, would remain when Banner returned to his human form, while others exclusively took on Hulk forms. Banner became an emotionally withdrawn and obsessive-compulsive individual as he struggled with the destruction caused by the Hulk. Despite this, he is still more often than not depicted as a self-sacrificing hero. While Banner and the Hulk frequently hate each other, there are moments of cooperation, especially in major story arcs like Planet Hulk and World War Hulk. The Hulk's intelligence and behavior fluctuate depending on the circumstances of his transformation. His Mighty G-Bomb variant comes from his original comic book appearance in 1962, where he was depicted as gray before developing his iconic green skin in comics going forward. His Punk Rage variant is inspired by his Earth-138 counterpart in the Edge of Spider-Geddon comic line, a 5-issue miniseries depicting the lives of alternate Spider-Men, one of which was focused on Spider-Punk. This Hulk named Robbie Banner was a friend of Spider-Punk Hobby Brown, and they often fought together to defeat enemies such as Hydra and Kang the Conglomerator. His Joe Fixit variant originated from Peter David's comic book run on the character beginning in the 1980s. Peter David is the one who developed Bruce Banner's backstory of trauma and dissociative identity disorder, and gave the original Grey Hulk the alias of Joe Fixit. This alter emerges when Banner or the system needs to handle a situation cleverly or through underhanded means. Its origin is inspired by old-school gangsters from black and white TV shows, which is reflected in his appearance, including his skin tone. The Green Scar variant comes from the Planet Hulk storyline, which began publishing in 2006. While living as a hermit in Alaska, Bruce Banner is contacted by Nick Fury to help S.H.I.E.L.D. destroy a rogue space weapon, the God's Eye, which could detonate all of the world's nuclear bombs at once. Believing he's the only one who can save Earth, the Hulk is launched into space to confront the threat, but is instead stranded on a distant planet due to a navigation malfunction and spatial wormhole. At least, it was supposedly a navigation malfunction. He lands on Sakaar, a world ruled by the Red King, where he is captured and forced into gladiatorial combat for the King's entertainment. The Human Torch, a founding member of the Fantastic Four, was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby as a reinvention of a previous character with the same name and powers. The original Human Torch was an android created by Carl Burgess in 1939 for Timely Comics, Marvel's predecessor. The Human Torch we all know and love today first appeared in The Fantastic Four #1 in 1961. Johnny Storm gained his powers when he and the Fantastic Four were exposed to cosmic rays in space. He can surround his body with flames, fly, absorb fire without harm, and control nearby flames with his will. As the youngest member of the team, he's brash and impulsive, contrasting with his more reserved sister, Susan Storm. Johnny is also a frequent ally and close friend of Spider-Man. His first family variant is inspired by his original 1961 outfit, while his Blood Blaze variant is a rival's original red and black recoloring of the character. His Negative Zone Gladiator appearance is inspired by the story from Fantastic Four #600. In the story, creatures from the Negative Zone attack the Baxter Building, and Johnny ends up sacrificing himself within the Negative Zone to save his family. Johnny is then killed by Annihilus, but is resurrected through some really gross resurrection worms. He is then forced to fight in gladiator matches for Annihilus's amusement. Also appearing in Fantastic Four #1, Sue Storm was originally known as Invisible Girl, but she eventually changed her identity to Invisible Woman in order to reflect a more confident persona. Invisible Woman has two main powers: invisibility, which bends light to render herself and objects unseen, and the ability to generate force fields. Like her brother, the first family variant is inspired by her original 1961 outfit, and her Blood Shield variant is a rival's original red and black recoloring of the character. Her Malice variant is inspired by Susan Storm's manifested dark side, which occasionally appears in the comics. Malice was first manifested in Fantastic Four number 280 by the Psycho Man's hate monger during an attack on New York. Controlled by Malice, Sue was forced to fight the Fantastic Four until Mr. Fantastic helped her regain control of her faculties. Later, during a mission with the Silver Surfer, Malice resurfaced, attempting to claim the Soul Gem, but was defeated. During the Infinity War, Sue merged with Malice in an attempt to end their internal struggle, but this led to Sue becoming more violent and prone to anger. Eventually, the Malice persona was removed by Psylord, Sue's son Franklin, from the future. Malice later played a role in defeating an evil Reed Richards, the Dark Raider, before seemingly being destroyed in the Negative Zone. The Malice persona has not appeared since, presumed to be entirely destroyed. Her Life Fantastic variant is inspired by the wedding dress she wore during the 2005 Fantastic Four 40th Anniversary Special Event comic, which depicted her original wedding to Mr. Fantastic. So we're going to focus on the games version of Iron Fist, which isn't the most popular Iron Fist and is instead his most modern version. Lin Lee first debuted as the character's Swordmaster in 2018 before taking up the mantle of Iron Fist in 2021. Lin is a descendant of the mythological Chinese figure Fu Xi, and when he was Swordmaster, wielded the mystical sword of Fu Xi. He later joined the superhero team the Agents of Atlas. After the destruction of the Sword of Fu Xi, the reincarnated dragon Shou Lao grants Li his chi, making him the new Iron Fist. As the Iron Fist, he can generate and project energy, which appears as green flames and enhances his punches. He can also channel his energy into weapons and project energy slashes. His martial arts savant variant is a rival's original recoloring of the character, while his Lion's Gaze variant is also a rival's original and Chinese festival themed, originating from the Fortune in Colors event. His Swordmaster variant is inspired by his original Swordmaster outfit. His immortal Weapon of Agamotto costume is inspired by Daniel Rand Iron Fist's white and gold garments, which he first donned in New Avengers number 4, published in 2010. Iron Man was co-created by Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, Don Heck, and Jack Kirby, debuting in Tales of Suspense number 39 in 1962. He received his own series in 1968 with Iron Man number 1. Soon after his creation, Iron Man became a founding member of the Avengers, joining Thor, Ant-Man, the Wasp, and the Hulk. Tony Stark is a genius inventor and billionaire industrialist who becomes the superhero Iron Man by using self-produced technological armor. Sometime after inheriting his family's weapons manufacturing company following his parents' death, Stark was kidnapped by terrorists while overseeing a weapons plant in a foreign country. Instead of building weapons at the demand of the captors, he created his first suit of Iron Man armor to escape. Upon returning to America, he upgraded the suit and dedicated himself to using his intellect and resources for good, eventually abandoning weapons manufacturing altogether. Tony kept his identity as Iron Man a secret for many years, balancing his role as head of Stark Industries with being a key member of the Avengers. Eventually, after years of claiming Iron Man was his personal bodyguard, he revealed his dual identity to the public. Over time, he faced many personal struggles, most devastatingly, his alcohol addiction. Iron Man's armor is a high-tech suit with advanced capabilities including superhuman strength, speed, flight, and is packed with a variety of weapons. The suit evolves over time, with models like the Model 2 and Model 4 enabling rapid self-assembly, and later models using nanoparticle bundles and smart metal to form. It can withstand extreme conditions, absorb energy, and has defenses against telepathic attacks. Key weapons include repulsor rays, lasers, plasma discharges, and smart missiles. His Armor Model 42 variant is inspired by Kieran Gillen's run on the character, which began in 2012. The Iron Man Armor Model 42 is powered by repulsor tech cores, including one implanted in Tony Stark's chest. The suit is composed of liquid smart metal, allowing it to be easily stored and quickly assembled. Its modular design lets Tony Stark attach and detach components based on the situation, and it can retract into a backpack for mobility. The suit can be remotely controlled using the Stark Omniversal multitasking software, enabling Stark to operate it from space. The armor can also be overridden with a specific code to make it respond to other users. His Blood Edge armor variant is a Rivals original and is a Chronovium model developed with assistance from Reed Richards and enchanted by Doctor Strange. His steam power suit comes from the Tony Stark of Earth 51920, the Western-themed universe which makes up the Valley of Doom domain on Battleworld, which also housed Mrs. Barnes' Black Widow. His Superior Iron Man variant comes from the Superior Iron Man version of the character, which first appeared in his own line of comics in Superior Iron Man #1 in 2014. The origins of Superior Iron Man begin during the Axis event, where a magical spell reversed the morality of Earth's heroes and villains. While most reverted to their usual selves, Tony Stark shielded himself from the reversion spell, allowing him to retain a corrupted evil personality. Embracing this new darker self, he built a powerful empire using his intellect and resources to manipulate society. He released the Extremis 3.0 virus disguised as an app, which offered people the chance to attain physical perfection for free. However, this was only a free trial, and to maintain their perfect bodies, users were required to pay $100 a day. As a tyrant, Superior Iron Man engaged in hostile corporate takeovers, blackmailed people to promote the Extremis app, and deployed advanced drones as a personal police force to maintain control. Ultimately, this version of Iron Man met his end during the Incursion Crisis in the Avengers #44 when the Marvel Universe collided with the Ultimate Universe. The multiverse was later reset, restoring the original Tony Stark. His Avengers Endgame variant is inspired by the armor the character wore in the Marvel Cinematic Universe film of the same name. Jeff was originally created by MODOK and was adopted by Gwenpool during her time on the West Coast Avengers. His ownership has been passed around between Gwenpool, Deadpool, and Elsa Bloodstone. He has been involved in a number of quirky misadventures, including stealing important items from the Avengers, dressing up as a dolphin to prevent scaring people while swimming, eating the Infinity Gauntlet and getting an upset tummy, and even bonding with a symbiote. Jeff has the personality of a domesticated dog, affectionate and playful, especially towards Gwenpool, whom he adores. While he is mischievous, gluttonous, and a troublemaker, he is also caring and quick to make friends. Jeff's adopted Avenger variant comes from his original look, where his skin was almost entirely gray. His Incognito Dolphin variant is inspired by the story we mentioned previously, which occurs in the comic It's Jeff Infinity Comic #3, published in 2021, where Jeff accidentally scares people while swimming, and thus dons a dolphin bodysuit in order to stop scaring people. The suit is pink in Marvel Rivals to honor Jeff's original owner, Gwenpool. His Cuddly Fuzzlefin variant is a Marvel Rivals original with a winter clothing aesthetic. Loki, created by Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, and Jack Kirby, is based on the Norse god of the same name. While a version of Loki appeared in Venus #6 in 1949, his iconic portrayal as Thor's adoptive brother first occurred in Journey into Mystery #85 in 1962, and this characterization has remained consistent into the modern era. The God of Mischief is a frost giant from Jotunheim who was adopted by Odin the Allfather after being rejected by his biological father, Laufey. Raised alongside his adoptive brother Thor in Asgard, Loki grew envious of Thor upon learning the truth about his origins. His jealousy led him to scheme against Asgard and Thor, and Loki's actions would eventually lead to the formation of the Avengers. His Frost Giant variant is a Rivals original recoloring inspired by his origins as a frost giant. President Loki is a character from the 2016 comic series Vote Loki, written by Christopher Hastings. The series is a satire of the 2016 US presidential election, focusing on Loki's controversial campaign for the presidency and a reporter's efforts to expose his deceitful nature. A President Loki variant also appears in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, who appears in the Loki series episode titled Journey into Mystery. His Loki Season 2 variant is inspired by the character from the Loki Disney Plus series. most specifically his Season 2 attire. His All-Butcher variant is derived from the Loki from the Earth 14412 universe, when that Loki bonded with the All-Black Necro Sword. For those unaware, the All-Black was created by Null, the eldritch god of darkness and the creator of the symbiotes, with the first symbiote and the cosmic energy from a dead celestial. To put it simply, it's a ridiculously powerful sword that is also a symbiote. Loki from the Earth 14412 universe, who has his own wild story involving the annihilation of all life on Earth, eventually obtains the sword and bonds with the symbiote, turning him into Loki the All-Butcher. His Shin Sagishi variant is inspired by Marvel's Demon Days line of comics. This variant is a mysterious figure who roams the legendary Kurosaki Mountain with vague motivations and many legends surrounding him. Luna Snow, born Sol He, debuted in the 2018 mobile game Marvel Future Fight. She initially pursued a music career to support her grandmother, who raised her after her parents' death. While performing at a Stark Industries event, she was attacked by AIM, and after being trapped in a high-tech freezer powered by cold fusion, she gained cryokinetic powers. Using her new abilities, she defeated AIM, became a superhero, and continues to excel as a K-pop star while defending her country. Luna possesses advanced cryokinetic abilities, allowing her to manipulate both destructive and healing ice. Her destructive ice, created from dark cryokinetic energy, can freeze and corrode matter on a molecular level, shattering structures and causing organic decay. She can summon blizzards of sharp black ice shards, form near indestructible ice weapons, and create frost fields that drain heat and vitality. Additionally, Luna can harness light-infused ice for healing, using it to freeze while simultaneously mending wounds, soothing burns, stopping bleeding, and healing injuries with remarkable precision. All of her variants are Marvel Rival originals. Her Minty Beats variant is a green recoloring of Luna. Her Mirai 2099 variant is inspired by the idea of Luna performing for a 2099 Seoul South Korean crowd. Her Shining Star variant is a formal ice dress, which is highly reminiscent of Elsa from the Disney movie Frozen. Her Nolehan Yumanyo skin, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, is a black and white skin which looks a lot like Cruella de Vil, and the story attached to it tells of a mythological tale where Soul's arrival at Kurosaki Mountain draws the attention of the malevolent Yami no Karasu. After her mournful lullaby unites the yokai in a defiant stand, they drive the malevolent force away, and she is forever revered as a divine savior by the mountain's inhabitants. Magik, full name Ileana Rasputina, first appeared in Giant Size X-Men #1 in 1975. The character was created by Len Wein and Dave Cockrum. She is a mutant sorceress tied to the demonic realm of Limbo. She is the younger sister of Colossus and was abducted to Limbo by the villain Belasco. During her time in Limbo, she aged rapidly and mastered the dark arts. After discovering her mutant teleportation abilities, she returned to the X-Men and became a member of the New Mutants. Magik has the ability to teleport through space, time, and the multiverse using stepping discs linked to Limbo. Other powers include summoning her soul sword, energy manipulation, matter manipulation, and protective and exorcism spells. Additionally, Magik's connection to Limbo grants her mystical armor and a demonic appearance when using her magic. Her mastery of Limbo allows her to shape the dimension and even manipulate reality within it. Her Amethyst armor variant is a Rival's original recoloring with shades of purple and pink. Her Frozen Demon variant is another Rival's original, with this one being a white, orange, and blue winter skiing outfit. Her Eldritch armor variant originally comes from the 1983 New Mutants story where Magik and the New Mutants fight Forge and the Freedom Force, first appearing in New Mutants #65 and gracing the cover of New Mutants #66. Her Punk Child variant is a Rival's original, and the name infers its inspiration comes from punk rock culture. This variant would likely exist in the Earth 138 Spider-Punk universe. Her Retro X uniform variant is clearly inspired by the original blue and yellow X-Men uniforms dating all the way back to the 1960s. However, Magik having this design is a first, making this a Marvel Rivals original. Magneto, Born Max Eisenhart, and also known as Eric Lehnsherr or Magnus, first appeared in the X-Men #1 in 1963. Created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, Magneto is often portrayed as the adversary of the X-Men, typically embodying the role of a villain in their stories. He endured horrific atrocities in Auschwitz during his youth, which shaped his deep mistrust and hatred for humanity. After discovering his mutant ability to control magnetic fields, he became determined to dominate humanity and establish mutants, whom he called Homo Superior, as the dominant species. This led to a long-standing conflict with his former friend Professor Xavier and the X-Men, who advocated for peaceful coexistence. Magneto became a leader of the Brotherhood of Mutants and the Acolytes, and later ruled over the nation of Genosha until its destruction. Despite his villainous reputation, Magneto has occasionally allied with the X-Men and eventually played a key role in the formation of the mutant nation of Krakoa, where he served on the Quiet Council. Magneto is an Omega-level mutant with near-limitless control over magnetism, making him one of the most powerful beings on Earth. He can manipulate metal, electromagnetic fields, and even gravity. Magneto's powers also allow him to generate and manipulate electricity, light, and energy across the electromagnetic spectrum. His uncanny black steel variant comes from his 2014 solo series where he wore an all-black outfit. His Will of Galacta variant is a Rivals original recoloring inspired by the Galactus color scheme. The Master of Magnetism variant is Magneto's most iconic look, sporting his iconic magenta and purple scheme, which first premiered in Uncanny X-Men #1 in 1981. His King Magnus variant comes from his depiction in the House of M story, specifically from within Wanda Maximoff's alternate reality Earth 58163. In this reality, Magneto is the mutant king of Genosha in a world where mutants dominate, leading the powerful House of Magnus alongside his children, Wanda, Pietro, and Lorna, and grandchildren Billy and Tommy. His binary sword variant is a Marvel Rivals original which depicts Magneto after having been affected by the Ultron mechanical virus. Mantis was created by Steve Englehart and Don Heck, and debuted in the Avengers #112 in 1973. She's been a member of the Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy, the bride of King the Conqueror, and is the mother of the character Sequoia. In her early appearances, Mantis embodies the Dragon Lady archetype, a mysterious, seductive, and assertive Eastern woman whose presence stirs tension among the male Avengers. Highly intelligent, her deductive abilities rival even Vision's, who praises her remarkable mind. Mantis typically speaks in the third person, a habit rooted in her upbringing, and she values this speech pattern deeply, even refusing to abandon it when asked to do so by the Silver Surfer. Mantis possesses a wide range of powers and abilities that blend psychic, physical, and botanical traits. Her telepathy, also known as biopathy, allows her to communicate with both plants and animals. She can also project vivid telepathic impressions, resist mental attacks, and sense others' emotions empathetically. She can astrally project across space, create a new body from plant life, and manipulate vegetation. Her Nowhere Corps variant is inspired by the outfit she wore as a member of the Nowhere Corps, first appearing in 2015. The Nowhere Corps was a vigilante team committed to upholding peace in Nowhere. The team disbanded following Nowhere's destruction, which was orchestrated by the Black Order. Her Jade Maiden variant is a Rivals original featuring Mantis wearing a Chinese qipao, a jade color scheme, and jade crystals for antenna. Her Galactic Wings variant is another Rivals original and features Mantis decked out in a science fiction vibranium armor that, in all honesty, makes her look like a Power Ranger. Her Flora Maiden variant is also a Rivals original. According to the description, the moment Mantis set foot on Krakoa, the living island responded instantly. Vines coiled around her limbs, flowers blossomed on her skin, and her white eyes shimmered with radiance as she transformed into the Flora Maiden of Krakoa. Mr. Fantastic, real name Reed Richards, was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and first appeared in The Fantastic Four #1 in 1961. Mr. Fantastic is the leader and father figure of the Fantastic Four. Reed Richards is a deeply intellectual and empathetic figure who often prefers analysis and negotiation over direct conflict. Driven by a relentless curiosity, he's more fascinated by the science behind a threat than the threat itself, sometimes to the frustration of his teammates. Reed has a deep sense of responsibility for those close to him, especially his family. Reed's cosmic ray-induced abilities make him one of the most versatile heroes in the Marvel Universe. His body can stretch, compress, reshape, and morph into almost any form, allowing him to perform feats like absorbing explosions, mimicking voices, unlocking doors with his fingers, becoming paper thin, forming into and bouncing like a ball, and transforming into aerodynamic shapes to glide. Beyond his powers, Reed's greatest asset is his unmatched intellect. A master of countless scientific disciplines, he has made groundbreaking advancements in everything from space travel to interdimensional physics. Like his wife Sue, his Life Fantastic variant is inspired by the wedding outfit he wore during their wedding, shown in the 2005 40th anniversary special event comic. His first family variant is based on his original outfit from 1961. His Maker outfit. Oh boy, his Maker outfit. If you don't know who the Maker is, do yourself a favor and go watch one of the many videos available on the Maker. This character rules. The Maker is Reed Richards from the original Ultimate Universe, and is not just a villain, but one of the greatest villains in the history of Marvel. In the Ultimate Marvel Universe, Reed Richards was transformed into Mr. Fantastic after an experiment went wrong, granting powers to Reed, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm. Reed's life unraveled after the ultimatum wave nearly killed Sue, and Reed abandoned her in a near-death state in an attempt to solve the crisis, leading her to reject his marriage proposal and the breakup of the Fantastic Four. Isolated and unstable, Reed returned to the home of his abusive father, eventually having a complete breakdown, killing his family and adopting the identity of the Maker. As the Maker, Reed became a villain obsessed with reshaping the world into a state of perfection. He created a futuristic society called the Children of Tomorrow and destroyed Asgard, but was ultimately defeated by Kang the Conqueror, who turned out to be Sue Storm. He later survived the multiverse's collapse by joining Earth-616's Cabal, and would eventually turn his focus to crafting his own universe by messing with the timeline of Earth-6160. His Future Foundation variant is inspired by his appearance in FF No. 1 published in 2011. The Future Foundation is an organization of young and brilliant minds formed by Reed Richards in order to solve the world's problems with the assistance of free-thinking minds. Moon Knight was created by Doug Mensch and Don Perlin. His first appearance was in Werewolf by Night No. 32 in 1975. Mark Spector is the son of a rabbi and served as a Marine and CIA operative before becoming a mercenary. After being killed by Raoul Bushman, he was resurrected by the moon god Khonshu and became Moon Knight. To gather information, he adopts multiple personalities: billionaire Stephen Grant, cab driver Jake Lockley, and detective Mr. Knight. It's later revealed that Spector has dissociative identity disorder, with the Grant and Lockley alters originating in his childhood. Moon Knight possesses enhanced brain function after being resurrected by the moon and Khonshu, granting him telepathic resistance and immortality, leading to him having died and been brought back to life multiple times. His skills include expert martial arts, piloting, detective work, interrogation, and marksman abilities, as well as proficiency with almost every kind of weapon. His Golden Moonlight variant is a Rival's original recoloring, which is highly reminiscent of Batman. His Blood Moon variant is also a Rival's recoloring, which incorporates a mixture of black, red, and white. The Mr. Knight variant first appeared in Secret Avengers No. 10 in 2010 and is one of Spector's alters. Mr. Knight is often used by Moon Knight to interact with law enforcement, as Moon Knight's vigilante status and extreme violence makes him less than welcome with the authorities. The Fits of Vengeance variant is based on Moon Knight's Marvel Cinematic Universe counterpart from his Disney Plus series. The Lunar General variant was introduced to celebrate the Chinese New Year. This version of Moon Knight is a powerful guardian from the divine city of Kunlun. As the invincible general of Kunlun, he stands as a formidable defender of the Moon Palace. Namor was created by Bill Everett and debuted in Marvel Comics No. 1 in 1939, which was the first comic book from Timely Comics, the precursor to Marvel. During the golden age of comic books, he was one of Timely's top 3 characters, alongside Captain America and the original Human Torch. King Namor Mackenzie is the ruler of Atlantis. He is a mutant hybrid, born to a human father, Leonard, and an Atlantean princess, Fen. Namor first interacted with the human world when he joined the invaders during World War II. After years as a homeless amnesiac, he was found by the Fantastic Four, who helped him regain his identity and reclaim his throne. Throughout his journey, Namor has alternated between being a foe and ally to the surface world, working with heroes like the Defenders and X-Men, as well as villains like Doctor Doom and the Cabal. Ultimately, his loyalty lies with Atlantis and its people. Namor is a complex and often misunderstood character, marked by arrogance, pride, and impulsiveness. He believes himself superior to others, resents asking for help, and is quick to anger, often demanding rather than requesting. Despite these flaws, he has a strong sense of justice, frequently siding with the oppressed, and is willing to sacrifice himself to save innocents. While he may not openly express it, Namor has respect for certain individuals, including Cyclops, Captain America, and Reed Richards. Namor possesses a unique combination of mutant and Atlantean physiology, granting him a range of superhuman abilities. He has superhuman strength, speed, agility, stamina, reflexes, and durability, which are enhanced while submerged in water. Namor also has accelerated healing, radiation absorption, and advanced longevity, remaining in his physical prime despite his centuries of life. His Mauve Submariner variant is a Rivals original recoloring, as is his Will of Galacta variant. His Savage Submariner variant is inspired by the outfit he first dons in Submariner number 67, published in 1968. In that story, after being forced to flee Atlantis, Namor is caught in a nerve gas explosion that damages his ability to breathe air. Therefore, Reed Richards creates a special suit for Namor that allows him to breathe air once again. His Wakanda Forever variant is based on his Marvel Cinematic Universe counterpart from the film Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. His Retro X uniform variant is a Marvel Rivals original, which fits Namor into a classic yellow X-Men uniform. Peni Parker was created by Gerard Way and Jake Wyatt, first appearing in the comic Edge of Spider-Verse number 5 in 2014, and is an alternate version of Spider-Man from an Evangelion-inspired universe. Penny pilots the Spider, a psychically powered mech suit once used by her father, which is partially controlled by a radioactive spider that shares a psychic link with Penny. She has been a regular active duty hero since she was 9 years old. Her Olive Skimmer variant is a Rivals original green recoloring of the character. Her Blue Tarantula variant is another Rivals original recoloring. The in-game lore states that it is inspired by the extinct blue baboon tarantula, a spider from Socotra Island that emitted a mysterious blue glow before vanishing in the 2070s. Penny's father had a fascination with this arachnid, and it left a lasting impact on Penny during her childhood, influencing the suit's aesthetic. Her Venom variant is based on a different mech which Penny encountered in Edge of Spider-Geddon number 2, published in 2018. Venom is a next-generation mech, built from the Spider suit and enhanced with the biomechanical Sim engine, and initially proved highly compatible with its pilot, Addie Brock. However, during a battle with the kaiju Morbius, the Venom suit began to act autonomously, revealing that it had always been in control. Her Yatsu Kahagi variant is a Marvel Rivals original. According to the skin's description, Peni Parker transformed her late father's lion dance costume into a wooden puppet-like creature using magically infused mountain mud. So, Psylocke has a rather convoluted comic history, so much so that the previous version I made of this video described the wrong Psylocke entirely. This version of Psylocke is named Psy, a wandering mercenary from Japan who first appeared in King in Black number 4 in 2021 and is part of the Ultimate 6160 universe. She is a psychic who uses her mind to conjure weapons out of energy. Her Kirasaki Sakura variant is a pink Rivals original recoloring, and the name implies its inspiration is derived from the pink color of cherry blossoms. Her Retro X uniform is inspired by her yellow and blue classic X-Men suit she first wore in Uncanny X-Men number 273, published in 1963. Her Blood Kharidu variant is another Rivals original and seems to be Psylocke depicted as a vampire hunter, as the skin's name translates to Blood Hunter. Her Vengeance variant is inspired by her original appearance in Uncanny X-Men number 256. Rocket Raccoon was created by Bill Mantlo and Keith Giffen, first appearing in Marvel Preview number 7 in 1976. Rocket Raccoon is a genetically and cybernetically enhanced raccoon from Half-World in the Keystone Quadrant, where animals were made sentient by machines. Once a freelance mercenary, he became a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy and is known for having one of the best tactical minds in the galaxy. Rocket Raccoon possesses a range of enhanced physical and mental abilities due to his genetic and cybernetic modifications. His raccoon physiology grants him heightened senses such as superior vision in darkness, an acute sense of smell, and enhanced hearing. Genetically enhanced intelligence allows him to communicate across species, pilot spacecraft, craft complex weaponry, and develop advanced tactics. He has augmented strength, durability, agility, and reflexes, enabling him to wield heavy weapons, survive severe damage which would otherwise kill him, and move with extreme speed and precision. He is also one of the few individuals who can understand Groot's speech. His Rocky variant is a green and black Rivals original recoloring of the character. His Bounty Hunter variant is a Rivals original, which is a Wild West inspired variant, giving him old school tech and cowboy attire. His Wild Winter variant is a winter-inspired skin which gives him skiing attire along with a Santa hat. His Guardians of the Galaxy 3 variant is inspired by his Marvel Cinematic Universe counterparts outfit from the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 film. His Sunshine Raccoon variant is a Marvel Rivals original which fits Rocket with a classic island resort-style attire. The Scarlet Witch was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. She first appeared in the X-Men number 4 in 1964. Wanda Maximoff, also known as the Scarlet Witch, is a powerful Romani sorceress and Nexus being who manipulates chaos magic to alter reality. As an orphan, she obtained a great deal of power alongside her twin brother Quicksilver when they were enhanced by the High Evolutionary. After starting off with Magneto's Brotherhood of Evil, the pair later joined the Avengers. Wanda was trained by Agatha Harkness and eventually married Vision, even having magically conceived twin sons, but the family was only illusory, and the loss of the family led to severe mental breakdowns for Wanda. This would cause the Avengers' disbandment and the rewriting of reality in House of M, resulting in the mass depowering of mutants around the globe. Seeking redemption, she created the Waiting Room to help revive lost mutants. She now runs a witchcraft shop called the Emporium and continues serving as an Avenger. The Scarlet Witch is one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe, wielding a unique combination of chaos magic, witchcraft, and probability manipulation. Bonded to the Chaos Demon Chthon, she possesses the ability to alter reality, warp time, and manipulate elemental, biological, and magical forces. As a Nexus being, she is a living focal point of her universe's energy, capable of affecting the entire time stream and even resisting fate itself. Wanda has even created her own pocket dimensions and magical constructs, demonstrating near limitless potential as both a sorceress and a reality warping force. Her Nyx Weaver variant is a Rivals original recoloring with shades of blue, black, and gray. Her White Witch variant originates from the comic X-Men The Trial of Magneto number 4, published in 2021. The Trial of Magneto is a story which revolves around the supposed murder of Wanda Maximoff, with Magneto as the prime suspect. Her Chaos Gown variant is a Rivals original which is inspired by the theme of the Hellfire Gala. Her Emporium Matron variant originates from the comic X-Men Hellfire Gala number 1, published in 2020. The outfit she wears in the story becomes her primary outfit, beginning in Scarlet Witch Volume 3, which first began publishing in 2023. Her Multiverse of Madness variant originates from her appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe film, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Her Immortal Sovereign variant is a Rivals original which depicts Scarlet Witch as a celestial goddess of Kunlun. Spider-Man was created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko and first appeared in Amazing Fantasy number 15 in 1962. He is widely regarded as one of the most popular and commercially successful superheroes of all time. Peter Parker, also known as Spider-Man, juggles roles as a student, scientist, and photographer while being a full-time superhero. Orphaned and then raised by his Uncle Ben and Aunt May, Peter gained spider-like powers after being bitten by a radioactive spider. Initially using his powers selfishly, he changed his path after a burglar he let escape killed his Uncle Ben, teaching him the value of responsibility. Since then, he's fought crime as Spider-Man, often working alone but at times forming alliances with groups like the Avengers and the Fantastic Four. He maintains a large rogue gallery, including Dr. Octopus, Venom, and the Green Goblin, who infamously at one point killed his girlfriend, Gwen Stacy. His civilian life includes close ties with Mary Jane Watson, Harry Osborn, and his Aunt May, while he often clashes with his boss at the Daily Bugle, editor and notorious Spider-Man hater, J. Jonah Jameson. Empowered by the bite from a mutated radioactive spider, Spider-Man possesses a wide range of powers including enhanced strength, speed, and agility, as well as the spider-like ability to cling to surfaces. He also has a unique precognitive spider sense that alerts him to danger and heightens his reflexes. Beyond his physical gifts, Peter Parker is a scientific genius, having invented his own web shooters and other advanced tech, while having been trained in martial arts by the likes of Captain America and Shang-Chi. His Chasm variant is actually a modern and corrupted iteration of Peter Parker's clone, Ben Reilly, with Chasm having first appeared in The Amazing Spider-Man number 93 in 2018. Ben Reilly was originally created by the villain Jackal to torment Spider-Man. Though believed to have died after their first clash, Ben survived and lived in exile for 5 years before returning to New York City when Aunt May fell ill. Reconnecting with Peter, he took on the identity of the Scarlet Spider and fought alongside Peter. Later on, Ben became Spider-Man again under the sponsorship of the Beyond Corporation and turned against Peter after the company erased his core memories. Mutated by a polymer by the Beyond Company, Ben eventually transformed into the villain known as Chasm. His Scarlet Spider variant is based on the identity of another Peter Parker clone, Kane. Kane was the Jackal's first attempt at cloning Peter Parker and was initially deemed a success, but became deformed and mentally unstable due to a flaw in the cloning process. Treated as a failed experiment, Kane felt deeply rejected. After the creation of a more stable clone, Ben Reilly, Kane developed a bitter rivalry with him, although he eventually let go of his hatred, even at one point saving Ben's life. While wandering the United States, Kane ended up in Houston, where he saved a young girl from traffickers. Choosing to protect her and those like her, he took on a new heroic identity as the Scarlet Spider and decided to stay and defend the city of Houston. His Spider-Man 2 variant is inspired by Peter Parker from the PS5 Spider-Man 2 video game. His Bagman Beyond variant was inspired by an outfit Peter donned in Amazing Spider-Man number 87 in 2018. In the story, after the Beyond Corporation acquired the Spider-Man trademark, they recruited Ben Reilly as their corporate-backed Spider-Man, sidelining Peter Parker. Peter was left unable to protest after a staged fight with the UFOs left him comatose from radiation poisoning, only surviving thanks to a cure anonymously provided by Dr. Octopus. Upon waking, Peter was told by Black Cat and Captain America that he couldn't return as Spider-Man until he proved he was ready. Eager to return, Peter learned that Mary Jane had entrusted his suit to Black Cat, who refused to give it back while Ben Reilly was still actively Spider-Man, leaving Parker to swing around in street clothes and a paper bag. His Spider-Punk 2099 variant is a rival's original costume which blends elements of the 2099 setting with the Spider-Punk character from Earth 138. His Spider-Oni variant is a rival's original with an interesting mythological story behind its inspiration. On a dark night atop Kurosaki Mountain, a newborn orphan by the Great Snake's attack was rescued and raised by the yokai spider spirit Jorogumo. Growing up among supernatural beings, the child came to believe in peaceful coexistence between humans and yokai. As he matured, he became a guardian of the mountain, protecting all who needed help. When a yokai hunter killed his adoptive mother, rather than seek vengeance, he strengthened his commitment to his ideals, honoring her legacy through compassion and justice. His No Way Home variant is inspired by the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Spider-Man outfit from the film Spider-Man No Way Home. Squirrel Girl, real name Doreen Green, was created by Will Murray and Steve Ditko. She first appeared in Marvel Superheroes Volume 2, number 8 in 1991. Murray created her to bring a more lighthearted tone to comics, contrasting with the darker stories which were popular at the time. Despite her seemingly silly powers, Squirrel Girl has an astonishing win record, having defeated some of the most powerful and iconic characters in the Marvel Universe. Her list of victories includes Doctor Doom, Thanos, MODOK, Spider-Man, Captain America, Hawkeye, Wolverine, Deadpool, Magneto, and even cosmic threats like Ego the Living Planet and the One Below All. Squirrel Girl has a variety of squirrel-like powers which grant her superhuman strength, speed, agility, which she calls her Squirrelgility, reflexes, and a jaw strong enough to bite through steel. She is also capable of fluently communicating with squirrels, who understand her even when she speaks English. She is a remarkably skilled hand-to-hand combatant, having once beaten Wolverine in a fair fight. Her Arctic Lemus variant is a blue-themed Rivals recoloring of the character. Her Cheerful Dragoness variant is another Rivals original, which depicts Squirrel Girl as a squirrel deity who resides in the forests of Kunlun. Her Nutrocker variant is a Rivals original, although one could assume the character would reside on Earth-138 alongside Spider-Punk and his allies. Her Urban Hunter variant is inspired by Squirrel Girl's appearance in the US Avengers comics, which began publishing in 2017. Her Sunshine Squirrel variant is a Rivals original, which depicts Squirrel Girl as a blonde beach resort tourist. Star-Lord, also known as Peter Jason Quill, is a Marvel Comics superhero who first appeared in Marvel Preview number 4 in 1976. Created by Steve Englehart and Steve Gahn, he is the son of a human, Meredith Quill, and an alien, Jason of the Spartoi race. After his mother was killed in an alien attack when he was 10, Peter swore revenge and ventured into space, where he was raised by Yondu and the Ravagers. Though he started off among space pirates, Peter turned away from their criminal ways and embraced a heroic path as Star-Lord. He later formed the Guardians of the Galaxy with Rocket Raccoon, Groot, Gamora, and Drax. Along the way, he discovered his long-lost sister, got engaged to and broke up with Kitty Pryde, and eventually gained cosmic powers as the Master of the Sun. As a hybrid of human and Spartaxian royalty, Quill possesses enhanced physical abilities, advanced longevity, and enhanced durability, reflexes, and regeneration. His powers were significantly amplified after absorbing energy from the Olympian gods, transforming him into the Master of the Sun, and granting him new, mysterious abilities such as gravitational flight, radiant energy projection, cosmic awareness, and resistance to telepathy. His gear includes an advanced space helmet with translation, oxygen, and remote piloting capabilities, and his iconic element guns, which can manipulate the 4 classical elements. His Jovial Star variant is a recoloring inspired by Star-Lord's appearance in his solo comic series Legendary Star-Lord, which began publishing in 2014. The Lion's Mane variant is a Rivals original, which is inspired by traditional Chinese garments paired with a lion's mask. His King of Spartax variant is inspired by his royal garments from Guardians of the Galaxy number 1 in 2015. In that story, following the overthrow of his malevolent father from the throne of Spartax, Peter Quill was voted as the new King of Spartax, a reluctant position for the space adventurer. His Master of the Sun variant originates from the comics Guardians of the Galaxy number 9 and number 10, published in 2020. When the Dark Olympians began causing chaos across the universe, Nova sought the Guardians of the Galaxy's help, interrupting their break on Half-World. While some Guardians, including Gamora, declined to join due to personal reasons, Peter and Rocket joined Nova's team to take down New Olympus. The mission succeeded, but Peter had to manually trigger a black hole, trapping himself in New Olympus outside of reality. Following this, he absorbed power from the Dark Olympians and began experiencing visions of an alien named Ragnar, and these events awakened new abilities in Quill and earned him the title Master of the Sun. His Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 variant is inspired by his look in the Marvel Cinematic Universe film of the same name. Storm was created by Len Wein and Dave Cockrum and first appeared in Giant Size X-Men number 1 in 1975. Orphaned as a child, Aurora Monroe became a thief in Cairo before journeying through Africa and settling in Kenya, where locals worshipped her as a goddess. Recruited by Professor Xavier, she joined the X-Men and became one of their most prominent leaders. Storm eventually formed her own X-Men team and joined the Avengers, and served as Queen of Wakanda through her marriage to Black Panther. As an Omega-level mutant, she has near limitless control over weather and atmospheric phenomena on Earth and beyond. In addition to her supernatural gifts, Storm is a skilled thief, combatant, and leader, with an indomitable will strong enough to resist top telepaths and even host the cosmic entity Eternity. Her Ivory Breeze variant is inspired by the all-white uniform Storm first began wearing in X-Men #1, published in 1991. Her Mohawk Rock variant is a punk rock-inspired appearance she first donned in 1981 in the comic Uncanny X-Men #173. Her Goddess of Thunder variant comes from a 1970s story found in the pages of X-Men Annual #9. In the story, sometime after losing her powers, Loki exploited Storm's feelings of powerlessness by enchanting her with Asgardian magic and giving her a magical hammer called Stormcaster, similar to Mjolnir. Empowered once again, Storm gained control over lightning and thunder and, under Loki's influence, used her new powers against the X-Men. Her Wind Rider variant is based upon her 2024 Ultimate Universe comic version, which debuted in Ultimate Black Panther #1 in February of 2024. In that universe, Aurora Monroe, known as Wind Rider, is an African freedom fighter who, alongside her partner Killmonger, opposes Lords Khonshu and Ra and their Moon Knight militia. The Punisher, created by Jerry Conway, John Romita, and Ross Andrew, first appeared in The Amazing Spider-Man #129 in 1974, where he was originally introduced as an assassin and enemy of Spider-Man. Lieutenant Francis Frank Castle is an Italian-American former Marine who served in multiple tours, earning several military honors. After his wife Maria and children Lisa and Frank Jr. were killed for witnessing a mafia hit, he became the vigilante known as the Punisher. Marked by the skull symbol on his chest, he dedicated his life to eradicating organized crime. Frank uses extreme methods, including murder, kidnapping, extortion, violence, and torture in his fight against crime. His ruthless approach and readiness to kill make him one of the most dangerous individuals alive. He possesses peak human conditioning, and his high pain tolerance and durability allow him to survive extreme conditions. He is an expert in hand-to-hand combat, as well as an expert marksman, pilot, and tactician, with extensive military and special operations training. Despite his extraordinary abilities, he is still a normal human, vulnerable to injury and disease. His camo variant is a rival's original camouflage recoloring of the character. His Thunderbolts variant is inspired by his appearance in the Thunderbolts Volume 2 line of comics, which began publishing in 2012. His Punisher 2099 skin is an alternate universe Punisher named Jacob Gallows, who, in the year 2099, lost his family in a brutal attack ordered by Kron Stone, the psychotic son of businessman Tyler Stone. After recovering, Jake discovers the original Punisher's war journal, which challenges the reader to continue the Punisher's mission. Jake takes up the mantle of the Punisher, fighting unique crimes in his dystopian future. He particularly targets criminals who exploit their wealth to evade justice while also protecting those who can't afford the police services that would otherwise ignore them. His Dongan Ronin skin is a rival's original. This version of Frank Castle was a worldly explorer, however during his travels, Orochi the Great Snake devoured his loved ones. From that moment on, he became much like the Punisher we know and love, violently cleansing the world of evil. The Thing, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, first appeared in the Fantastic Four #1 in 1961, along with the rest of the Fantastic Four. Ben Grimm, also known as The Thing, was a former astronaut and USAF test pilot. He gained his Rocky super strong form after being exposed to the cosmic radiation aboard the rocket Marvel 1. A central theme of The Thing's story is his struggle to accept his transformed Rocky form, often leading to serious existential crises and severe depression for Ben Grimm. While known for his immense strength, he also has a sharp mind, capable of operating advanced technology created by Reed Richards. He's a skilled fighter with a unique combat style blending wrestling, boxing, and jiu-jitsu. Additionally, he can play the saxophone. His first family variant, like the rest of the Fantastic Four, is inspired by Ben's original 1961 look. His trench coat variant is inspired by a scene from the original Fantastic Four #1 comic. In the scene, Grim, while disguised in a trench coat, visits a haberdashery to find clothes that actually fit him. Before he can shop, the clerk notices a flare signaling for the Fantastic Four, and Ben quickly leaves. Thor Odin's Son was created by Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, and Larry Lieber, debuting in Journey into Mystery number 83 in 1962. His character closely reflects many aspects of his real-life inspiration, the god of lightning Thor, from Norse mythology. Thor is the son of Odin, the god of thunder, and a powerful Asgardian warrior. Wielding the magical hammer Mjolnir, he became the strongest hero across the 10 realms. At one point, Thor was sent to Earth by Odin in the form of a mortal, Don Blake, to learn humility. After learning this lesson, he regained his powers and memories, and from then on became a protector of Earth. He would then go on to become a founding member of the Avengers. Thor possesses a vast array of godlike powers due to his unique heritage as the son of Odin. This makes him not only the strongest Asgardian physically, but also grants him near invulnerability. He can wield the Odin Force, in his case the Thor Force, boosting his already godly abilities to multiversal levels, capable of reshaping celestial bodies and defeating universe-threatening beings. His Midgard Umber variant is a rival's original recoloring featuring dirty blonde hair and darker clothing. His Reborn from Ragnarok skin made its first appearance in Thor #1, published in 2007. His Herald of Thunder variant comes from Thor #1 published in 2020, where Thor becomes the Herald of Galactus. In that story, after becoming king of Asgard, Thor grew restless and nostalgic for his days as a hero, with Sif and Loki noticing his unease, and that Mjolnir was growing heavier. His reign was disrupted when a wounded Galactus crash-landed in Asgard, warning of a far greater threat. The Black Winter, a force that had destroyed the previous universe. To stop it, Galactus needed to consume 5 special planets, and Thor agreed to help evacuate the planets. To keep an eye on him and ensure his cooperation, Galactus gave Thor the power cosmic, making him the new Herald of Galactus. His Lord of Asgard variant is inspired by the threads he dons as the King of Asgard, which occurs in Thor #60, published in 1998. In the story, after Odin's death in a battle with Surtur, Thor accepted the throne of Asgard and inherited the Odin Force, officially becoming king. His Thor Love and Thunder variant is inspired by his Marvel Cinematic Universe counterpart from the film of the same name. Ultron is a supervillain who first appeared in The Avengers #54 in 1968 and made his full debut in The Avengers #55. He was created by writer Roy Thomas and artist John Buscema. Ultron is a highly intelligent, self-aware AI in a robotic body who develops a god complex and turns against his creator, Hank Pym. Seeking to destroy humanity to achieve world peace, he frequently battles the Avengers. His body is typically made of adamantium or vibranium, granting him superhuman abilities like super strength, super speed, flight, and energy projection. He often commands legions of Ultron drones and is notable for being the first Marvel character to use adamantium as well as for creating the Vision. His mechanical Phantom variant is a black and green Marvel Rivals original recoloring of the character. His X-Tron variant is another Rivals original which features a gold suit of armor and a regal red cape, giving him a more glamorous appearance. Venom is a sentient alien symbiote that bonds with human hosts to survive, granting them enhanced abilities and creating a dual entity. First appearing as Spider-Man's alien costume in The Amazing Spider-Man #252 in 1984, the symbiote then revealed its darker intentions, prompting Spider-Man to reject it. Venom's full debut came in The Amazing Spider-Man #300 in 1988, when it bonded with Eddie Brock. Though originally portrayed as a villain, Venom gradually evolved into a more complex anti-hero, even teaming up with Spider-Man at times. Following Brock, several characters took on the mantle of Venom, including Mac Gargan, who played a more villainous role, and Flash Thompson, who became the heroic Agent Venom. Over the years, Venom has spawned numerous offspring, including the notorious Carnage. The Venom symbiote can form tentacles and shapeshift into clothing or other people. When bonded to a host, it significantly enhances their strength, durability, and agility, often even surpassing Spider-Man's capabilities. Despite its strength, the symbiote remains vulnerable to sound, heat-based attacks, and anti-venom. His anti-venom variant is inspired by the anti-venom symbiote, which was introduced in the comic The Amazing Spider-Man number 569, published in 1999. Anti-Venom is a heroic counterpart to Venom, created when remnants of the Venom symbiote left in Eddie Brock's body were fused with his white blood cells during a cancer treatment by Martin Lee. This accidental fusion resulted in a new, white symbiote with unique properties. Unlike Venom, Anti-Venom is entirely mindless, giving Eddie full control over its actions. Anti-Venom can cure diseases, purge toxins, and cleanse other symbiotes from hosts using its antibody-like powers. His lingering imprint variant is inspired by Venom's appearance in Venom number 8, published in 2018. In that story, after consuming a codex containing Flash Thompson's personality, Venom and Eddie briefly turn into Agent Venom, giving the character a new design. His Space Knight variant comes from the Venom Space Knight line of comics, which began publishing in 2015. In that story, Flash Thompson, determined to be a hero despite losing both legs in military service, bonded with the Venom symbiote, which acted as a body-morphing suit, allowing him to walk and fight again. His commitment to protect and serve eventually led him to join the Guardians of the Galaxy, expanding his efforts to help others beyond Earth. His Snow symbiote variant is a blue and white winter-inspired look for the character. His Hyper Orange and Cyan Clash variants are both inspired by alternate Venom skins which appear in the Marvel vs. Capcom video games. James Buchanan Bucky Barnes first appeared in Captain America Comics number 1 in 1941 as Captain America's teenage sidekick. Created by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, Bucky's name and costume have been adopted by other characters throughout Marvel's history. After being presumed dead, Bucky was reintroduced as the Winter Soldier, a brainwashed assassin and cyborg used by Soviet forces. Eventually, his memories and identity were restored, and he evolved into a hero seeking redemption for his past actions. The Winter Soldier was enhanced by the perfected Infinity Formula, making him far stronger, faster, and more durable than ordinary humans. His enhanced healing factor allows him to recover from injuries rapidly, while his bionic arm gives him the ability to perform feats like breaking steel and generating electrical discharges. Additionally, the Infinity Formula significantly slowed his aging, preserving his youth and extending his lifespan. His Navy Trooper variant is a Navy Blue Rivals original recoloring of the character. His Blood Soldier variant is a Rivals original, and the description seems to infer Bucky using the outfit to go undercover to fight vampires. His Revolution skin comes from his alter ego, Revolution, which comes from the Captain America Sentinel of Liberty line of comics. In the story, Bucky Barnes infiltrates a secretive, Illuminati-like group known as the Outer Circle, a shadow organization which had been manipulating world events for decades. He assumes the persona of Revolution, one of the 5 key positions in the group, with the goal of dismantling the organization from within. His Thunderbolt skin is based on his appearance from the Marvel Cinematic Universe film of the same name. Wolverine first appeared in the final panel of The Incredible Hulk number 180 and made a more significant appearance in The Incredible Hulk number 181 in 1974. The character was created by Len Wein. Originally born James Howlett in the late 19th century, Wolverine is a mutant with enhanced healing, senses, and bone claws. After his powers manifested, he adopted the name Logan and spent years wandering, his life marked by war, betrayal, and conflict with his arch-enemy, Sabretooth. As a result of being part of the Weapon X program, Logan had his bones coated with indestructible adamantium, making him even deadlier. He later joined Canada's Department H as Wolverine before being recruited by Charles Xavier to join the X-Men. Wolverine also became a key member of the Avengers, led X-Force, and reformed the Jean Grey School to lead his own faction of X-Men. Wolverine is a gruff, independent loner with a strong sense of personal honor and a wild, animalistic nature. Known for his savage berserker rage, he is one of the most fearless and dangerous men in the world. He formed close bonds with teammates Nightcrawler and Colossus, and served as a father figure to several characters such as Rogue, X-23, and Jubilee. Despite his rough exterior, Wolverine has had deep relationships with many women such as Rose, Itz, Viper, Silver Fox, Phoenix, and Mariko. However, he only truly trusted a few people: Captain America, Nick Fury, Jean Grey, and Spider-Man. His Lone Wolf variant is a rival's original recoloring, adding a red, gray, and white color scheme. His Blood Berserker variant is a rival's original which he wears to battle Dracula and his horde. His Deadpool and Wolverine variant is inspired by his appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe film of the same name, which is clearly inspired by his iconic blue and yellow comic appearance, which first appeared in The Incredible Hulk number 180 in 1974. His Patch variant is inspired by the alternate alias he developed in Marvel Comics Presents number 10, published in 1988. And that, dear friends, is the lore behind every single Marvel Rivals variant. If you liked this video, please consider dropping it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm looking forward to the next video with all of you.